this is wise. They know we are here. If we go to Ernian or wherever the child is, they won't know where we are. Were you attacked by them before you came here?
Not that I'm aware of. And her name's Hana, by the way.
Yeah. She's very near and dear to all of us.
Unsubtly changing this, out of character, unsubtly changing the subject. What was that mummy thing, by the way?
That's something that myself, Phaethur, and Jaminia, and one of our party members who no longer is with us, Rose, encountered in our travels. See, we were accidentally transported to Ernian. And
oh, right. Now I remember that. Sorry.
Yeah, and unfortunately, most of our party hadn't been there, and we received a message inside of a tomb saying that we won't be ready until the devil sisters,
the she-devils turn.
Until the she-devils turn.
Wow.
Technically both of them have.
There are 3, aren't there not?
They're referring to specifically the sisters.
Ah. They have changed, yes.
And it makes me wonder the way he communicated with me. If he is also Joral. But it's something to think about.
Drow or Joral?
Drow. Drow.
Yep.
I heard Jor-El, and I'm like, what's Superman got to do with
I
it?
thought too.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one.
Sorry if I'm slurring here.
It's okay. You're fine. You're fine.
Good drinking. It makes sense.
But for now, I think I want.
Right.
But for now, I think I want to see my fiance. Jalrum walks up to go see Faye.
All right.
Father Lightbringer.
Yes.
You did that on purpose.
What are the chances of us going to that mummy place on our own and coming back alive with whatever they needed from them?
I wasn't there myself. However, from what little they've told me, it doesn't seem like it is beyond our capability of going in and out.
Burger.
Allie. Anyway.
Would we need to be at our full strength? Do you think?
I would guess that we would be fine if we were to rush.
She turns to Ivan and Nora and Beline. Do we stay or do we go?
Don't do it. I knew you were going to do it. Dagnabbit Shay.
Nora shrugs. I'm cool with anything. Beline says, "Yeah, me too."
If this is an asset to winning the war, I would prefer that we go, since we have this time. But if we need them, I don't want to go without them. Plus, they could visit the child or whatever, Hana, if they so wish.
Excuse me a second. I want to check up on Jalum and Faithurin real quick before we go.
All right. Tantamile, how's the frog?
It's still here. It's less bumpy the longer you lay on it.
Sweet merciful Buddha on the hood of a Mercedes Benz. How do you do that, Ari?
All right.
That is an expletive I will remember for the rest of my life.
Yeah, Nora comes down and she's looking a little grumpy. He just kind of shushed me away.
All right, then. I leave the decision to you, as I have I leave the decision to you, as I have no knowledge of this place.
If we don't have Juminia or Jalarim or Faithurin, then none of us going will have ever been there before. Not to mention, whoever it is we're trying to meet wouldn't recognize us.
True enough. All right. Then I suppose we sit on our hands and wait until those who know better tell us what to do. You know, now that I've stopped receiving orders and started giving them, I find myself much more impatient.
One gets used to it.
Call it sitting on your hands. For me, call it stretching out my wings, because, woo! My wings are burning!
You did do incredibly well.
And I don't want to... Oh, thank you. But on the other hand, Amber is eyeing the statue very protectively. I also don't want to leave that, no offense, in the hands of a kitty. Not that I don't doubt the kitty's abilities. Very impressive, Tantamile.
It's okay.
I will take care of it. She reaches under Tantamile, grabs the frog, and puts it in a inner pocket in her bosom area.
Huh? Amber just tilts her head.
The secret compartment.
You have no idea how handy this is for poisons, darts, daggers, and now a frog.
Yeah, Nora holds up a glass. Preach.
Okay, Amber's just head diving into the barrel at this point. Oh!
So, I'm guessing you guys aren't going to be doing anything for the rest of the night?
Drinking and sleeping.
Rhyme has something to ask Jalarum when she has a chance. But
Could very easily be tomorrow, given what they might want to do.
they can go to whatever they need to do. I need to use the restroom.
Got some ham.
Well, more like they're probably going to need some time alone with each other, I'd assume.
All right. So, I'm guessing it's just going to be a very uneventful night.
Nobody wants to, go shopping or anything? We don't know when we're going to get a chance like this again.
Ivan? Oh, defense step out.
Finn, you there?
Finn? Finny?
Hello?
I think his mic's off.
Oh, my mic cut out. I'm so sorry.
Oh, there you are. Okay. Okay, Amber had
so no one heard me that whole time? Dang it.
No, what did you say? Well, no, what'd you say?
Just casual back and forth between everybody.
Oh,
no, we
snap,
didn't
dude.
hear a word. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Dang it,
snap.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, well, Amber has an idea on something. I think we ought to try one of the shops.
I don't see why not. We're going to be here for a while. Where'd you want to go?
I want to see if I can't find something to help me with a particular problem.
All right.
Oh, wait. Okay, I am basically just hopscotching on ideas of what to do. But okay, I think I have a better idea. No, yeah, I wonder if... Amber looks to Ivan. Well, Faye got to see a healer.
Yeah, I think these wings of yours could use a little TLC.
It's not just...
Mine.
Amber kind of just dumped deadpans at him.
I wasn't talking about me.
What?
No,
I was saying I meant they could use some healing. What did you think I meant?
Amber picks him up by the scruff of his shirt. I wasn't talking about my wings, Ivan.
Then what were you talking about?
Oh my gosh.
Do I really have to spell it out to you in public?
I had a lot of water, okay? I'm not thinking straight right now.
Wow! Finn, you're an artist.
Okay, Amber leads in and whispers, I want to fix the curse that I have on my ability to have hatchlings.
Oh. How did I not pick that up?
It's a good thing you're
It's
cute.
It's
Now let's
that
go.
water, man. Screws you up.
Lay off the water here. It's clearly messing with your head.
I think I had 5 too many. Let's get out of here before I try and have another one.
This is like your headcanon that this new bit of world building that air gnomes get drunk on water. Is this canon now?
All right. So,
Ivan has like negative tolerance.
you see Beline like slowly pulling out an arrow, and then Nora just grabs her hands like, no.
Okay, what I missed? I'm sorry.
Beline just folds her hands and just folds her arms and just sits down on the table in a grump.
Okay, so Amber and Ivan are going to see if we can find a professional healer.
Yes.
All right.
Or a professional lifter of curses.
Professional lifter of curses. Anyone else doing anything?
Rhyme and Owen can always mope and talk.
Tell me what's on your mind.
You know, every time you do that, Doc. Dang nabbit. You're a stealth troll.
If they do want to, the child, Hana, yes.
Say that again?
If they want to visit the child, Hana, yes. I am conflicted. On the one hand, she could be an incredible danger, given who her parents were. On the other hand, if she is who she is, she's also heir to the throne of Direction. I do not know whether to kill her or to bow to her.
Yes.
I suppose you'd first have to talk to her as a person rather than an heir or from whence she came.
Rhyme looks at him. I don't do people well. I fake people well.
I'm sure you and I share many regards to that. But if you want people to work with you, eventually you are going to have to put aside the fake mask you put on with them. They're going to find out about your inner workings eventually. And if you want to keep their trust, you're going to have to be genuine at some point.
I have been genuine. People just don't like the genuine. You seem to be the only one I can hold a civil conversation with. Which is nice. You don't pop out of nowhere like Oakvale. You're not nuts like Marina was. You're not constantly moping like Sarita. Ziadra was far too busy. And frankly, some of the conversations I've had with you were the best that I've had in years. But you are but one dwarf against an entire world who I don't understand. And I've never been able to understand. I've faked understanding. I emulate people that other people like in order to do my work. For example, Lady Bernadette Elmhaven was based off of Verena.
Ew.
And yes, and the wood elf that I blended into was based off of Sarita. I don't know how to interact with people as me and still have them not want to kill me.
Does someone have a guitar they keep bumping into?
You say that you feel more relaxed and social when you can pretend to be someone else.
No. I feel like others are less suspicious of me. Most of the social interactions that I've had were with people I was supposed to kill. Father Lightbringer. Either that, or they were my colleagues. Nothing more. So they were either marks, or the rest of the spies. Ziadril or Bluebell. I don't think comfort ever really factored into it. I was there to do a job, and I could catch them off guard better if I was not me.
I wonder if you didn't have this profession of yours, would you have found the motivation to be more open, more willing to interact and not feel that others don't trust you?
I don't know. I suppose my personality has always been fairly stunted. I had neighbors whom we were relatively close with, but even then they were far older than me. I didn't really have many peers around my age. I honestly don't know what I'd be doing if my parents were still alive. If Stimula hadn't killed a third of the Directian population, then I would have had no motivation, nor would I have ever discovered my magic. I genuinely have no idea what I would be doing.
And yet, you still wish that you were able to do more than what you are currently able to do.
I wish that I was better at what I'm doing. I wish that I had been so good at what I was doing that if none of this had happened, that the doppelgangers were not an issue. I would have found them, taken them out, this would have all been done. I do not like seeing people in pain. That's why most of my spells, you will see, do not involve a torturous long death, although I can do those. They are usually rather quick, instantaneous, and painless. I do not even like to see the common folk suffer. They have less reason to do so than I. So if we're wishing, I wish I could have been better at all of this, to the point where none of this, what is currently going on, is going on. I was working for half the time you were gone in order to fix this, to stop it. And I wasn't able to. We...
Tell me, what is it that you thought when you took on the form of Simula in your dream?
She looks down at him. I didn't tell you that I became Simula.
No, you didn't. To be honest, I wanted to see what kind of person you were deep down. I didn't know you very well then, and there's still much more I have yet to learn. But I did want to see what others could exploit as far as your vulnerabilities.
If I had continued sleeping, I would have attempted to scratch my own face off. Jeez, whoa, okay,
What was
hi.
that?
What was what?
Oh, it's you.
Wait, it is? What am I doing wrong?
Shifting.
Like,
Sorry.
Very good.
It's okay. Anyways. I was revolted.
And you're worried that you're going to feel similarly when you meet with Hana.
In a way, yes. But in another way... Sir Tanliel spoke of redemption. And the Queen is evidence enough that something can be changed. But now that I know that Simula is out there and she hasn't changed, she's just been shackled, I don't know what to think. Is this child a danger? Very likely, yes. Is this a danger I need to eliminate before it becomes more potent? That I do not know. And I will leave that to you to decide.
I have yet to see anything from Hana that would suggest she has any ill intent. She does share a similar hatred for Simula, like you do, for different reasons.
Rhyme raises an eyebrow at that. Interesting. I always loved my mother. I remember that, at least.
Perhaps that is something that you can actually admire about Hana, then. That at least the two of you would have a similar goal regarding Simula.
That is, I suppose, helpful. Did you want anything? A very strong glass of water?
Ivan, you've started something.
Perhaps sparkling apple cider?
I started a trend.
That is going to be all over Twitter one day.
All right.
At
Right,
any
well-
rate,
Let him answer, please.
All right.
at any rate, I'll stick with what I can conjure up myself. But thank you for the invitation.
I'm trying to get it when drunk on water, the nerve.
All right, Josh, I imagine you're itching to get to somebody else by now.
Well, it's mostly I'm inferring from a couple clues that we can just skip to tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
Although Ivan and Amber have been having this whole story going on in the comments here.
Yeah.
Yeah, little date.
All right. So,
Wait. Did Faye want to do something with, like, she wanted to talk to Hana?
We kind of already did that. We kind of did something.
You talked with Hana without me?
No,
Oh, no.
Opportunities passed.
Okay.
okay.
They did something else. You see in the comment in the
I
chat.
saw
Okay,
it, but I
okay.
just wanted to see if they wanted to do something later.
Well, maybe we'll see what happens next day.
Right.
If they
Anyways,
want to talk to Hana, that would be nice.
so everyone goes to Nappy Poo in Betty Byland.
Never say these words again.
How old are you?
I'm shaking my head.
And cue another discussion.
Hello again, Vorgrin. How are you?
I suppose things are certainly looking up. Having Jaminia with us again gives everyone hope.
Indeed. You must be overjoyed.
I have a deep respect for Jaminia, even though we definitely disagreed in the past. I can at least admire what she's trying to do.
Well, intentions are all well and good, but a part of me can't help but consider. Now that these two kingdoms are united, they will start a brand new war against the Drow specifically. How many more lives will suffer pointless deaths on the meat grinder that is Alatastican's war effort?
At this point, I'd say things could be far worse if we decided to just stop fighting and step aside. I don't know if there is anyone amongst the Drow who even wants to have a frank discussion. But I suppose time will tell.
That is a good way of thinking about it. But enough of this melancholy. I'm curious. Have you been following my advice? Have you been contributing instead of commanding? Supporting instead of sulking?
I had thought that I was being more supportive and following what the others had wanted.
I'll take that as a yes. Now, Rayan sets his cup down. I would like to apologize again for how harsh I was the last time we spoke. While your choices have been misguided, I don't think it's fair for me to blame you. After all, when a sheep is led into a bramble patch, do you blame the sheep or the shepherd who led it there? You don't seem to realize that your mind has been shackled with ropes of deceit. All your life you have been tricked and used. And it is a lie most hypocritical and foul. I understand if it is hard for you to hear this, but I swear on my own faith that I speak the truth. Do you remember what you said when I asked you if you wanted to be free? You said that you gave up your freedom to serve a greater responsibility. Vorgren, who told you that freedom and responsibility are separate?
I have learned that I do not always know what is best for myself, nor do I always know what is best for the world around me. I have certainly felt cheated at times, that I've not been allowed to live a normal life. But I've learned over the many decades there is a grander plan that I am not always privy to. I do have a choice in regards to how I feel about my lot in life. In that, I do always have freedom.
No. This is the lie that I'm speaking of. You seem to think that you need to give up your freedom to become fulfilled. But you don't understand. It's through duty that we become free. It is through that we find our purpose. Greed, lust, envy, hate. You know as well as I do that these are vices that pretend to be freedom. They pretend to be liberation. I do what I want, therefore I am free. It's a cute lie that devils and charlatans use to chain us. A little bit of a rabbit hole, but bear with me. Who do you think is freer, Borgren? A carpenter who's found his calling and happily works day and night at the one task he was born to do? Or the drunkard who's a slave to his bottle and his emotions? Who is more fulfilled?
I would guess the carpenter, and yet I'm sure there are circumstances that you could put those same two individuals in where I would say perhaps the drunkard might be the more free. I'm sure there is context, but on the surface level it certainly seems like the carpenter is the more free because he is feeling more fulfilled.
Interesting. And are you?
I would think so. I would think that perhaps there is satisfaction to be had in helping others find their successes.
You suppose. Yet I'm detecting that you're not exactly happy.
I'm learning to be happier. I can safely say I'm happier now than I was even just a few short weeks ago.
Well, forgive me if I'm disagreeing with you there. Your god, he is a god of freedom, am I correct?
I would believe that to be true.
Yes. For a god of freedom, he's put quite a lot of chains on you, while he himself is a slave to his own mad whims. How many moments were there in your little adventure where you could have died? For a god who seems to have a plan for everything, they are very haphazard, lethal, and often survive off of stupid, blind luck to function. Is that someone really worthy of worship?
I would think of it more like a bridle. You know, one that's put on a plow horse. One that allows him to be directed to serve a much greater purpose rather than being allowed to run free and only serving himself.
Yes, but what if that bridle directs you off a cliff? If someone jumped into the maw of a dragon on a whim, or their actions suddenly become wise because they said, "Trust me, I got this"? How often in your experience did someone say that before doing something unfathomably stupid?
I didn't believe Jaminia was making the right call when she told us all that she was going to stand up and save the dwarves from a Balor. I disagreed with what she was trying to do in that moment, because I believed that if we were to lose her, these fragile alliances we had been working to build up would falter. Yet she still stood firm. She was asking us to trust her, even though she didn't even have a full plan in place. But because she stood firm, it helped me to stand firm. And I was able to come up with the plan that saved the dwarves and, through all of us, banished the Balor from our world. She didn't really know everything about how to save the day. But because she was able to stand firm in what she believed was right, others were able to help her achieve it.
I don't really like that answer. It seems like you're trying to justify blind luck, things just happening to work out, as an excuse for acting like an idiot.
You know, there was probably a time in my life that I would have said there is no such thing as luck. I've been cursed with bad luck throughout much of my life. But then again, I can't help but think there are others watching over us. Whether they help to drive us in one direction or another, or whether they are shifting the odds to be slightly more in our favor, or whether we ourselves, through our own experiences, find that there is more than we're capable of, than we could have ever expected.
And why do you insist on listening to them, especially Olidamara? He doesn't seem like someone who's really trustworthy.
For the same reasons that even if I didn't agree with Jaminia, I was willing to follow her. I started this conversation by saying that I respect her and even admire her. And I'm willing to do the same for Olidamara, even though during the times I don't agree with his outset.
Though I expect that the half-elf did exactly as they did, crafted some mad scheme they had little control over and hoped it would work out, would you call him wise or pull on his ear?
The old me certainly would have pulled on his ear. These days, I've been more willing to listen.
What has he done to deserve it?
He's trying. He's trying to do the right thing.
This war is filled with everyone trying to do the right thing. And look how many dead people there are.
I suppose we have to believe in our journey more than others believe in theirs.
Well, arguendo, let's travel down this rabbit hole. Even in the unlikely scenario, your god does know what he's doing. He's simply that adept at predicting what will happen, and he doesn't always need to explain how his plans always work out for good in the end. Why you? Why does it have to be you? Why must he sacrifice someone who desires their freedom so badly? Why can't someone else do his bidding?
To be honest, I think it was essential that he choose someone who so much desired to strike out on their own path. If it was someone who never questioned, who never chafed under his guidance,
and you think that someone who desired their freedom so much is the only one who would be able to surpass that? I find that very hard to believe. Do you realize what he's doing? He's telling you you're special. And you're biting down on this gaslighting because you want to believe you're special. You want purpose. You want meaning in your suffering life. Did you forget that he was the one who caused the suffering in your life in the first place to make you desire that purpose?
Then wouldn't I have to thank him for that?
This is what I'm trying to say. I want to help you. I want to save you before you and your friends throw away your lives at the machinations of a mad god who sees you as nothing more than silly chess pieces. I can help you find both freedom and purpose. But this purpose cannot be at the behest of that mad trickster. There is another way, a path beyond his lies. I'm not asking you to reject him outright. Not immediately. You are still a cleric, and I would not leave you helpless when there's so much you can do. But I am asking you to trust me. Trust me, who's done nothing but try to help you? Or trust someone who's caused you so much suffering because it's for the greater good?
Thus far, I've only heard your words. I have yet to see your actions. I have heard both the words and seen the actions of Holy Demara. It's quite a stretch to expect me to trust you more than him, when all we've done is sit here and just talk.
I suppose that's fair, Vorgrin. After all, Direction wasn't built in a day. It appears that dawn is breaking. We'll have another chat soon.
In due time. So, tell me honestly, how many of you are really irked at me right now?
Yeah, right here.
I'm not sure if the word is irked, is that I think I just discovered something about these meetings, but I don't want to say anything yet.
I think I figured it out
spoil.
too, but I'll keep my mouth shut.
Yeah.
And I feel kind of silly because I feel like I'm the last one to figure out, oh.
But you can share when we have our little after chat.
Yeah. But it's kind of like one of those moments where, oh, I think I figured it out. I figured out something on my own.
Very good, Blissy.
Sorry.
Very good, Bliss. Here, get the snack.
No.
Wow. Okay. I see, Finn.
I have some self-respect.
I'm just kidding.
I know. Anyway.
Right. All right, so it is the next morning. All right. I'm going to switch things around in the tavern.
Oh, okay. Voice headphones are off. Right.
Oh.
Yeah, so if you hear echo, that's probably going to be on my end.
Okay. Okay. So, everyone comes down and has a good breakfast. Jalarum and Faethurin are the last to arrive.
Are we having Heroes Feast breakfast or regular breakfast?
That's what I was already looking up, actually.
Breakfast.
I think someone wants bacon.
I have to actually be able to select myself before I can do that, apparently. But let's just assume that we did.
Or there we go.
Oh, there you go.
Okie
I think
dokie.
Ember wants meat.
Ham! And waffles. Waffles are a thing now. You can't say no.
Okay. It's not like I'm the DM or anything.
No, okay, first off, mister, you said they were. You said they were last game, so no take-backs.
They're canon now. Waffles
They're
are canon.
now. You said they are.
Okay. Okay, I don't remember that, so I'll take your word for it.
You did. You
did.
rolled for it and everything.
I don't lie about this stuff. I remember the darndest things. Anyway.
Right.
Jalen was towards a fan. So, did we?
We did.
And did I?
Let's get some breakfast.
Did I hear any of that?
As you descend the stairs, everyone's kind of looking at you, but you're just kind of avoiding your gaze.
Faye just starts to slowly turn red as she realizes. Morning.
No, Amber looks to them. Hi.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Make sure that your wife can breathe over there. See what I mean?
Yeah. Nora's just like, oh no, it's nothing. I think she just puts her cup to her mouth. It's like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Jowler awkwardly walks to the table.
Yeah, you see Baleen just kind of scoots around behind you and just starts dropping glitter on you, too. As a result, Nora just like kind of swats Baleen out of the air. Ow!
This is going to be murder to get out of my hair.
Jowler just shakes his head like a dog so he gets like the glitter out.
Why is everybody acting so silly?
They just Rhyme closes Tantamal's mouth.
Yeah, Emma just shoves an entire ham in her mouth.
There is a pork joke in there somewhere, but I'm walking away.
All right.
All right, so Jaminia walks in. Good morning, everybody. She's looking around. Oh, did I miss something?
No,
nothing
you didn't miss
important.
anything.
Amber goes and hugs Jim.
Where's my burb?
Oh,
Where's the Burby?
You keep deleting the burb, honey. I don't know what you do.
He's best burb. He must always be.
yeah. Yeah, so Lucid flies over to you. Then you see him sniff the air a little bit, and then he just gives you a half-lidded glare.
And he flies over here. Because the cat smells better.
Jowler slinks down in his uniform, just like puts his shirt over his nose.
Jaminia just like, okay, Amber, please.
No.
I need to talk to you about something.
Let her have some breakfast, Amber.
She can have breakfast right here.
Put her down.
No.
Put her down.
Put her down. Let her eat.
Fine.
Good. Have some ham.
All right. So Jaminia starts going at the ham. So we have a meeting at Sabaton Castle in about an hour.
Okay.
So we're going to be discussing a lot of things you should be privy to. So I suggest we get over there now, 15 minutes prior to 15 minutes prior and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds good.
All right.
Faye whispers something to Jalaram in Elvish.
Yeah. Jaminia moves over to Owen. Should I ask?
Leave them be for now.
Jaminia sighs. All right, it's not like I haven't kept any secrets. So, moving over to Sabaton Throne Room. Okay.